Chief, you okay? Everybody ready? Start by introducing yourself.
Good evening. I'm John Esposito, E-S-P-O-S-I-T-O. I'm the acting chief of the department. About 5:15 this afternoon, we received a call for a building fire at 150-17 Liberty Avenue. Our units arrived in 3 minutes to find heavy fire in the rear of the building behind us. It's a 2-story ordinary construction building that's used as a tire shop adjacent to a scrap yard. We had a heavy fire condition in the rear extending into the building. Our units attempted to make entry up to the 2nd floor, and the condition of the building, the severity of the fire caused us to withdraw and then attack, go to a defensive operation, protect fire from entering the adjacent buildings, and try to extinguish the fire. It's a very dangerous operation. You can see that part of the building behind us has collapsed. The wall on the right side and the roof are gone and have fallen. It's very dangerous for our firefighters. While we were conducting the operation with water, we were required, due to the combustible and flammable liquids inside, to switch over to use foam to help extinguish that fire. And we're going to continue to put water on the fire. It's still a deep-seated fire. Here through the night. We've had one minor injury to a firefighter, and at this time, most of the fire's been extinguished. But like I said, we'll be here through the night.
Did you have the tire shop open?
I'm sorry?
Is the tire shop open?
Yes, the tire shop was open. We made contact immediately upon arrival with the employees. They told us they had nobody, everybody was accounted for, everybody was out, and that they had no injuries. So we were in touch with the employees.
The fire was contained, or other businesses were affected?
I'm sorry?
The fire was contained to one business, or other businesses were affected?
The fire was contained to the one building. We did have smoke damage in the adjacent building, the building to the left, but we did not have any fire in that building. That building is interconnected, but our firefighters, with their great operation, prevented the spread into that adjacent building, which you can see is much larger, and if the fire had gotten in there, it would have been a much different operation.
Chief, we heard some other neighbors mention that there had been another fire here before. Do you know anything about that, or the previous fires?
I don't at this time. The cause of this fire is under investigation by our fire marshals, and if that's part of it, they'll look into that as well.
Chief, could you talk about the smoke and the difficulty in fighting a fire when it's tires that are on fire?
So the tires are very difficult to extinguish. As they start to melt, the liquid that they create then starts to burn, and that necessitates us to use the foam to extinguish what is now like a burning liquid fire. And the number of tires that they had stacked up was considerable. So without the foam, we don't think we would have been able to extinguish this fire and stop all that smoke that we could see from miles away.
Is smoke dangerous to the guys working in there?
Absolutely. The smoke is toxic, and trying to prevent the spread of that smoke is one of our jobs.
Everybody else all right? Thanks, Chief. Thank you. Okay, thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All right, there you have the presser by Chief Esposito, acting chief of the department, and like I said earlier, probably going to be chief of the department very soon. The fire is still going, even though small haze and stuff. You can still see the smoke pushing. They're putting water in it from back there, and they got to continue doing some work. So with that said, from somewhere very far into Queens, which took us an hour and 20 minutes, 2 and 2, we're going to see you all on the other side.